All right. Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Sean Salter, and I serve as the Chief Executive Officer for Christus EMS and Christus Fight for Life. I came to speak to you tonight on agenda item number 4 regarding an amendment that the city is considering to put in place again with an extension of the Ardent UT EMS contract. Last Friday, I sent an email to each of you individually wherein I shared the interest that Christus EMS has in being considered as your next provider of EMS service. Just as Ardent UT EMS diligently worked with the county to propose for them to seek an RFP for their next EMS contract, I humbly request that the city continue to do the same. As I shared in my note with each of you, I believe that Christus is in a great position to offer the city more services and more resources than what you are currently receiving. Additionally, I believe that the city deserves some additional transparency in your response time reports compared to the reports that you're receiving currently. I only ask that each of you, as the elected officials who make important decisions on behalf of the citizens of the city of Henderson, take the opportunity to critically evaluate and select the best option for your future emergency medical services provider. By doing so, you're helping to protect your citizens and those who come to visit your city. Christus EMS has a strong history of working with receiving hospitals, including those that are not part of our own health system. What we believe that patients should be able to do is to select where they want to receive their health care. And so for us, the receiving facility doesn't really play into our decision making. If the patient has a strong desire to go to one health system or another, or one city or another, we try to accommodate that request. I just wanted to take the opportunity again to let you know and remind you that you do have options as a city, and there are those such as myself that would have an interest in being considered. And I just thank you for your time this evening. Thanks.
Thank you, Sean.
This is a proclamation from the city of Henderson. February is known as American Heart Month. Okay? Heart disease is a leading cause of death in the United States and continues to affect individuals and families and communities across the nation. Research shows that many forms of heart disease and strokes are preventable through healthy behaviors, including regular physical activities and balanced, nutritious eating habits. Maintaining an active lifestyle and making healthy food choices can help reduce the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, and diabetes, major risk factors of cardiovascular disease. American Heart Month, observed each February, serves as an opportunity to encourage residents to adopt heart-healthy habits, increase awareness of cardiovascular health, and support prevention efforts. Community partners, healthcare providers, schools, and local organizers play an important role in promoting opportunities for physical activity and assess the nutritious foods. The Healthy Texas Youth Ambassadors Program and the City of Henderson are committed to promote heart health by encouraging healthy living, supporting local programs, and improving the overall health of our community. Therefore, I, Henry Pace, Mayor of the City of Henderson, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of February as a month of recognition and encourage all residents to prioritize healthy eating habits, engage in regular physical activity, and take proactive steps to help heart health and overall well-being.
not adorable. It's just
time is 6:44. We'll reconvene into regular session and take any action necessary as a result of the closed session.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make,
Oh, don't ask. Yes, could I get a motion? Let me find out where I am here. Yeah, on number 2 there. Convene in regular session, closed session. All right.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we reschedule our next regularly scheduled council meeting from March 17th to March 24th.
I second that.
Made by Mr. Searcy, second by Mr. Jackson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right. Motion carries. Let's move on to item number 3. Could I get a motion that we drop item number 3?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Searcy made the motion. Mr. Strong seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, that motion carries. Moving on to item 4, consideration and possible action upon the amendment to the UT EMS renewal contract with the City of Henderson. Could I get a motion on item 4?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion, we renew the contract between UTEMS and the City of Henderson.
All right, that motion's been made. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
I note my abstention.
Cersei, you do need a second, though, before you vote. Who seconded? Okay. Ms. Juarez, second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Abstention.
4 carries. All righty. All right. Now we're ready for our consent agenda. This contains routine or non-controversial items. Are there any items that the council would like to move into regular session? If not, can I get a motion upon the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Cersei makes the motion. Mr. Strong seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, the consent agenda passes. All right, we're going to move into our regular council business. Item number 9, consideration and possible action upon the amended performance agreement for First Baptist Church preschool. What did I say, Baptist?
Baptist, yeah.
First Methodist, excuse me, y'all. Mr. Gardella.
Good evening, Council Mayor. Thank you very much. We present this to you as a simple amendment. We presented this agreement to you, I think, about 60 days ago. And the church preschool folks came back to us and said that they had a slight alteration of how they wanted to repair the retaining wall. Having a different structural engineer look at it and say that they could fix what exists there by using some better rebar, cutting out some sections and using some rebar, as opposed to tearing it all down and building a new block wall. And the board has agreed to that. It only adjusted the price by about $2,200. The secondary part of the contract that we gave them the ability to do was to have an additional 6 months so they could get through the winter months and get under construction when the temperature's better and the ground won't have the potential for any more swelling and thawing if we get an ice storm or something cold. So those are the only 2 alterations that occurred in that agreement that we would ask you to go ahead and approve.
I second it.
Ms. Juarez made the motion. Mr. Jackson seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
I abstain from this because I'm the one that presented it originally.
Originally, yes, sir.
All right. Item number 9 carries. Moving to item number 10, consideration and possible action upon the HEDCO 2026 bylaws amendments. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Gardella.
Thank you. This we brought to you last month, and you had some questions about two items. One was to better define an executive on the banking side, and I think we did that and put that in writing for you to see. The second issue was to make sure that we were complying with state law on meeting notices, and we put a section in there that says all public notices will be met according to the Texas State Public Notice Statute. So we believe that, our attorney believes that that should cover the questions that you guys had and hopefully bring that up to the level that you want to see it at.
Questions, concerns about item 10?
Second.
Ms. Juarez made the motion. Was that Mr. Strong? Okay, Ms. Strong seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, item 10 carries. Item 11, consideration and possible action to approve the waiver and release for Brasso Development and Construction LLC. Mr. Gardella?
Yes, thank you, sir. This is just a minor adjustment to the agreement that we had. They had a name change from Brasso Development to Brasso Development and Construction, or I got those reversed, I can't remember. So it was just a correction on the company name of the agreement. The secondary part for us, though, was we had agreed to give him an 18-month option on the 35 acres on the east side of Evenside, and we asked him to forego that option, which he did. So that's what's been memorialized in this amendment. So we no longer have any type of encumbrances on moving forward on that 35 acres with any other developer, should someone present themselves to us. And we're looking forward to having some conversations with some local developers on that site.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So he's still on the west side
Yes, sir.
and he's continuing that process?
Yes, sir.
Or developing that?
On the north 5 acres of the 10 acres, he has the rights to the first, that north 5 on Evenside. And I believe as of today, we have figured out a way that he can move forward without making the $460,000 utility investment, but probably get at least 7 lots now built. So that just occurred this morning. So I believe we've gotten him off center on how he can start to go vertical with some of these homes.
Does he have a projected time?
No, I didn't really talk
Yeah,
about that.
I get you, yeah.
But the costs came in line. So what happened was, we all know eventually the infrastructure has to be put around the entire property. The goal of Henderson, Texas Economic Development was to try to get new custom homes built and keep them around a $300,000 price point. With the addition of dollars that would have to go into the infrastructure, it was going to put those price points at about $320,000. So it was higher than what we were really comfortable in saying. If we're trying to get generational wealth to people to buy a home, $320,000 is putting them at the higher end of market rate right now. We wanted to bring them in at a lower rate on the market side so they could invest and buy that home. So by migrating from the Evenside to the Whippoorwill side, we believe that that now provides this opportunity to get that done. And the lots on the Whippoorwill side were going to have to be built anyway eventually. So instead of starting on Evenside, we can start on the Whippoorwill side. And then eventually we can work with the city on the infrastructure needs, get that created, and then he can build along Evenside. That's on the north 5 acres. The south 5 acres, he does have an option on currently to, once he constructs the first house, or sells the first house, excuse me, on the north side, then he can, if he chooses, exercise his option on the south 5 acres of that 10. He may be willing to forego that option as well if we have a developer who wants to come in and get constructed on that side as well. We just don't know. Yes, ma'am. we were hoping to bring the price point in around 275. It's just a challenge to get a house built here for 275. These aren't McMansions. They're only like 1,600 to 1,900 square feet. We think that we asked, and we will ask future developers to put them on at least a third of an acre, because we're rural. We want to make sure that people have property where their house is. So we could sell them for less if we made the lot smaller. If you had a typical suburb is a 60 by 120, as you guys know, but then we look like everybody else. We wanted to make sure that these properties had room for people to grow on. And since there's less lots, the price is just coming in a little bit higher. You know, we as the EDC want to be as helpful to any developer who comes here, because our goal is to make sure that our investments are helping people in this community. And we want to do that through housing to help with creating this generational wealth. But we also want to do it in the best interest of the city. So if we could get them down to 275 and a developer could make money, and he has shaved his development fee. He's cut 10 grand off of his development fee. So he can still make some money, but we can save some money for the end user, the person who buys the house. But I'm not sure how we could get it any less price. And we didn't want to go with a quality that was not benefiting of the future either. We didn't want to go with a typical starter home product that had your contractor grade bathrooms or linoleum sinks, countertops, wire shelving. We didn't want to do that because that's not an attractive look, and those homes tend to deteriorate and lose value quicker than something else that's going to be a little bit more custom in design.
Okay, could I get a motion on, where are we? Item 11?
This one's on the name change?
Yes.
Is that what that
Yes.
was? Then
Yes.
I'll make a motion.
I second the motion.
Strong makes the motion, and Mr. Scoggins seconded it. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. All right, item 11 passes.
Thank you, Council.
All righty. All right, moving on to item 12. Consideration and possible action on approval of the City of Henderson becoming a member of Sourcewell.
Mayor, council, thank y'all for your time. We budgeted this year to replace we'll say, dilapidated, out-of-date collection system camera that we use to push through any issues when we have our sewer problems, drainage issues, culverts, and we're ready to move forward with that. We've done our research. We've found what we believe to be the best suit for what we need. This company that we're using, we've used in the past. They've been really, really good working with us on replacement parts or warranty issues, but they are not members of Buy Board. They're members of Sourcewell, which is the same as Buy Board. They do the legwork. They make sure that we're getting the best deal. So that's what I'm asking the council to approve, is for us to become members of Sourcewell so we can move forward and go ahead and get this ordered.
The cost involved?
What we budgeted this year will cover a tractor camera, a push camera. Oh, okay.
Is there
Oh,
any
there is
cost?
no cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's no cost, just like,
I just want to be clear on
right.
that, yeah,
There's no cost to us.
okay. Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve agenda item number 12.
I'll second that.
Mr. Strong made the motion. Mr. Sarkis seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right. Thank you. Item 12 passes. Item 13, consideration and possible action upon a minor plat application to combine two lots at 418 Broadway Street for the purposes of development. Mr. Breitenberg?
Yes, sir. Good evening. This property here is located in Council District 2. Roughly at the corner of Broadway and Peach Street. There's one lot up. There's two lots sitting there. Blake and Jalen Ely approached us to want to try to do something with these two lots, and it's located in an R4 district, a manufactured home district. We talked about the possibility of building two single-family structures on each of the lots, but they wanted to build a duplex, and so they went and approached the Board of Adjustments last week on Tuesday and granted a special exception use for a multifamily structure on these two lots pending council approval of this minor plat application. So basically that's those two lots, 12, 11, and 12, will be combined in lot 11A, and they've already given us plans for that. So just waiting on your blessing to combine the two lots to proceed with the construction.
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
All right, Mr. Strong made the motion.
This is me.
Mr. Searcy, looking at you. Searcy made the motion. Mr. Jackson seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Thank you, Wes.
All right, thank you. Item 13 passes. Moving on to item 14, consideration and possible action upon the Main Street Advisory Board bylaw amendments.
Good evening, everybody. These are pretty straightforward and simple housekeeping amendments. Do you want me to go over each of the changes, or did you have an opportunity to read them, or?
I'm good.
Okay. We changed the wording on ex officio memberships because it had a bunch of specific city positions listed that are now occupied by one person. So my jobs were in there 3 times. So rather than putting job titles, we changed it that any city department or representative that is concerned with business on the board can come to the meetings and speak and have input instead of delineating specific job titles. We clarified that they can serve two-year consecutive terms, and then they have to take a break before they can come back onto the board again. We changed, instead of you have to have 3 consecutive absences before they can consider removing you from the board, that 3 absences, because Main Street America, one of their standards for us to be accredited is that at least 75% of the board must attend 75% of the meetings. So if they're missing too many meetings, it can keep us from getting our accreditation.
Sorry, Alexa, I didn't mean to
No
interrupt you.
worries, been there. We delineated the required committees that Main Street America requires us to have. There are 4 main committees that we have to have, and then we can also have additionals other than that. The fiscal year, they put in there that it will rotate with the city's fiscal year, that the board has to approve of any expenditures over $500, that they can request financial reports at any time. And that's about it. Any questions?
I'll second that.
Ms. Juarez made the motion. Mr. Searcy seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Item 14 carries.
Thank you.
Okay, we're moving into our departmental reports. City Council may deliberate or make inquiries into any items listed in these reports. Does anyone wish to do so at this time? All right. Are there any questions or concerns upon any of the minutes submitted by our boards and committees? We'll move on.
No, sir.
Oh, it's my
Okay.
turn?
Yes, could I get a motion to
adjourn?
adjourn? Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
I think everybody's in favor.
Aye.
Motion